Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back and we're doing a best of 3 Strixhaven draft. We've got Magma Opus as our mythic. Oof, boy do I hope we get Cody. That would be fun, wouldn't it? The Cody Magma Opus deck. What else is great in this pack? Well, I like Divine Gambit in this format more than the other format I was in, but it's still kind of a whatever card in general. Some people love it. Not me, but I've played it quite a few times now in this format, and admittedly it has done some things. It's better in this format because there's a lot less actual creature cards and a lot more lesson creature cards, where this shines a lot more. Because it kills something, and then they can't get like their lesson creature. You get it. There's Professor of Symbology, which is good. Mage Hunter, which doesn't come up much, but is playable. Enthusiastic Study, Silver Quill Pledge Mage, Blood Researcher, the Spirit Summoning, the Eureka Moment, the Field Trip. A lot of goodies in here. Those are the main ones. Let's go with Magma Opus excitedly and see what we follow up with. Well, I like Urza's Rage. I've dealt 10 damage to a player for the win more than once in this format. I've paid that full 12 mana, even when I thought it was 9 mana for 10 damage for the first mistake with Urza's Rage. Nope, you got to pay 12. Just in case you read something any other than kicker there. Nope, it's kicker. But 12 mana, certainly not impossible in this format. And instant speed 3 damage to any target for 3 is a steal. So what else is good in here? Well, Necrotic Fumes is playable. I like the Laureate. Deadly Brew is excellent. Spirit's playable. Aerialist playable. Specimens is good. Fanatic is playable. I don't really like the Shaman all that much. Servant is playable in a pinch. Shield Mage good, Summoning is good, and Lorehold Pledge Mage is playable. And then there's a Campus to boot. Let's take the Urza's Rage and play just rare dot deck. That would be great. All right, follow-up pick here. Well, choices are Pop Quiz versus Intro to Annihilation. Typically, I think taking the Lesson is wiser than taking the Learn, because you can always main deck the Lesson, although I probably wouldn't main deck Intro to Annihilation. But it doesn't actually take up a slot in your deck, and it just adds to your toolkit. This is a pretty excellent one, too. So I'm actually going to take it over the Pop Quiz. Despite taking Pop Quiz, cutting the last blue card from this pack, I guess you could always splash Magma Opus if I'm ending up in Lorehold or something like that. Other good cards in here. I actually like the Familiar. I think it's kind of playable and cool. Symmetrist is definitely good. Lorehold Apprentice, playable in a pinch, not that good. Expel is playable. Blood Age General, playable. Playable, good, playable, not really playable, and a Campus in there too. All right. Well, we can take the Masterpiece. It's a good opportunity to pick up some more Prismari value stuff. Otherwise, we have Illustrious Historian. If I take the Masterpiece, though, we're just getting so well set up for Cody that it kind of makes me want to do it. I think other people like to play Cody, too, now, though, this late in the format. Maybe early on, Cody was a little more realistic. But we'll take the Masterpiece. I've still gotten past Cody. Some people just aren't interested in playing Cody decks, which kind of makes sense. It's just a fun deck. So, yeah, we've talked about all the goodies in here already. I think for the most part. I don't really like the Lumimancer. Some people do. But Masterpiece over Pop Quiz, I think I'm okay with that. Despite Pop Quiz already being pretty good in this deck too. So Opt is an option. Otherwise, not much else we're looking at. We've got a Drake and Eureka Moment. Eureka Moment, something worthy of considering. It's not good on the splash, but if we end up splashing Masterpiece and Magma Opus, Moment gets us closer to them, but I think Opt is just a good card in general. Not only is it good for generating Magecraft, but it makes one-land hands more keepable, though admittedly still dangerous. Two-land hands with Opt, though, are just money. That feels great. Let's cut blue from that pack and be happy. All right, here we can take the Campus. Just seems like a safe pick. I'm not really blown away by Battleseer. If I'm playing this deck, I'd prefer not to play Blood Age General, though I will if I need 2 drops. And we're a little bit far away from the Deadly Brew. Let's just take the Campus and move on. I don't really like Symmetry Sage, But Enthusiastic Study is good. It's not the optimal deck for it, but it's a good card, and we already have Prismari Campus. I guess we could take the Quandrix Campus, open this up for the green splash. Doesn't take up a slot in the deck. Like I said, I don't love Enthusiastic Study in a Prismari deck. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, it's fine. Maybe we'll just take the Campus, open up for green splash. I'm okay with that. Strixhaven Stadium. Well, as cute as the card is, and it ramps us, and I've won with it before. As cute as all that is, I think we're probably taking the Pledge Mage. We could go ham and just take the Stadium. Ramp into Masterpiece and Opus with it. 3-mana Colorless Rock. You can win games with it. Whatever, it's a rare. It's late in the format. I don't really care. I think Pledge Mage is the pick it should have been. So now it's Adept versus Enthusiastic Study. So Study lets us learn, which is good, but Adept is an actual 2-drop that can block against aggro, so maybe we just take it. Pledge Mage, playable here. That's a late Deadly Brew. Geez, pick 10. Maybe I should have been Witherbloom, my favorite archetype, but no, we'll take the Pledge Mage. That's fine. Unless I'm splashing a Servant, I don't think so. Another Campus. Yeah, I mean, Effigy is something. It's playable. It's just whatever. Archive is same sort of thing. Or we could take the Invocation. That's an actual card we can splash, and it does make some things better. Whatever, I'll take the Invocation. I mean, if we end up Cody, really, really hoping for that Cody now. If we end up Cody, though, we're looking good. None of these cards matter. I guess we'll cut the red card. All right, Battleseer on color, I suppose. Second to last pick, Deadly Brew. Well, we're too far away from that actually happening, I think. Actually, that's not true. I'll take it. You know, if we end up Cody, Deadly Brew is totally playable. Last pick, Symmetry Sage. I just don't like it in general. Ooh, Lorehold Command. Well, now I want to splash white. There's Creative Outburst, which is very good too. Environmental Science, which is good. I'd play the Historian, the Campus Guide, the Warden, the Runner, the Planning. All sorts of playable stuff here. The Tendrils. But we'll take the Command, which is far and away the strongest card here. So, I like it. Kill Spell plus 3/2, or Kill Spell plus sack something, draw 2, make your stuff indestructible. All the modes on this are highly playable, unlike the other commands. Well, I personally like Ingenious Mastery. There's also Divide by Zero, Pop Quiz, Pigment Storm, Biblioplex Assistant, but I'll go with the rare. I've had good success with this. I've refilled my hand before. Granted, we're starting to get a little bit expensive without much early game, which isn't going to work out great for us, but who knows? Maybe we'll get that Cody. Really holding out for that Cody. So choices now, we have Summoning, Pillar Drop Warden, Campus for more green splash potential, Letter of Acceptance, which we probably can wheel. Test of Talents is a good sideboard card. Far Away from Rise of Exodus. Probably just taking the Summoning, getting a lesson. Hopefully wheel something good out of that, since we don't currently have any Learn, I don't think. Mentor's Guidance is a good card. And we do have the Wizard. Yeah, I think we probably take the Guidance for some card advantage. Could take the Thrill, which is probably better to copy. But this is better with Magecraft. Anatomy is a playable lesson, though probably not really what we're going to end up needing here. It's also Pledge Mage, which is still playable in here. Let's go with the Guidance. If we end up with some more Wizards, Shamans, Clerics, Druids, Warlocks, we're going to be happy. We can take the General. It's a Warrior, though. Unfortunately, not any of the things we need. Or we could take the Letter of Acceptance to splash as well as ramp. I think we actually, sadly, need this Letter of Acceptance currently to splash, ramp, draw. All right. Trickster, I think so. Otherwise, we could take the Adept, but this flies, so it can block flyers. It buys time. Probably what we're looking for. Vortex Runner versus Witherbloom Campus. Well, we don't need... Well, I guess we could use black mana for that, but maybe I'll just take the Drake. Or I could take the Runner. Drake, not the most exciting splash, but it does let us block. It buys us some time. Probably just take the Runner, though. Runner wins games and doesn't require us to splash. All right, I'll take the Subtraction now, get a learn card. Happy about that. Ooh, Creative Outburst. What a nice wheel. Taking it over the Historian despite the need this deck has for more cheap stuff. Creative Outburst is just too excellent to pass. So we can take Intro to Prophecy, we could splash Groff, or we can take Curate. We already have Opt, but this gives us more early plays, which isn't bad. I think I'll take Curate, just because we only have one Learn card currently. Ooh, well, now I've got a second one. Or I can take the Letter of Acceptance. Once you start getting down the multiple Letter of Acceptance rabbit hole, you might be in trouble, though. But I could see, I mean, with the amount, as high as our curve is, maybe I am going Letter of Acceptance. I don't know if it matters. None of these cards matter. We'll take Resculpt maybe for sideboard. Well, I've got the 3-drop ramp.deck. I think the truth is we're probably not going to play this Stadium. All right. I could see taking the General as an actual 2-drop creature, but once again, it's not good with the guidance. I'm going to go Curate. I'm just going to speculate that we can... Oh, all right, we got an Adept anyway. Speculate that we find like a Serpentine Curve or something. We'll see. Ooh, Pledge Mage is going to be pretty excellent, I think. Otherwise, Campus Guide is looking real good, too, as a 2-drop that finds... Yeah, I think Pledge Mage is probably too good to pass, though, despite the need this deck has for more lands. Pledge Mage with, like, Mentor's Guidance and stuff. I mean, we've got the Letter to Ramp, whatever. Maybe we'll wheel the Campus Guide. It's not a highly sought-after card. Karak Wrangler would be a fine card on Splash, too. Well, Blex is pretty good, but we're probably looking at Pop Quiz or Divide by Zero, or... Field Trip on the Splash, probably not worth it. We'll take the Divide by Zero, get a bounce effect that also lets us learn and find Elemental Summoning or whatever. I don't think we're splashing Deadly Brew. Could take another Guidance. Could take the Campus. Green Splash currently is just the Invocation, which probably isn't really worth it. Could take the Negate. Could take the Explosive Welcome. Probably don't need another Mentor's Guidance since we're already... Well, we have... Yeah... I could see it being worth it, maybe. Could also just do the Welcome and get more... When in doubt, just play more 8-drops. Yep, that's my rule of thumb. Words to live by. Could take another Summoning here, or we have the Curate. There's Shredder and Study. Probably just take another Summoning, I think. Another Guidance. Archway Commons. Probably take the Commons to splash Laurel Command a little bit easier. I don't know if we're going to do the Invocation. We might have to. Another chance to get the Guidance, though. Guidance is very good. Excellent with Pledge Mage. But we're kind of already out of deck, so let's just take Fixing. Another Letter of Acceptance, huh? Or Whirlwind Denial. Probably just take the... Yeah, I think we just take the Warden. Warden's looking pretty excellent here. Get back a bunch of really powerful spells. And blocks the world, usually. All right, we can take... Yeah, I think we just take Cayenne plus Imbraham. That makes sense. Or we could take Burying Books. What's our removal currently? Divide by Zero, Subtraction, sort of. Urza's Rage. Lorehold Command, Creative Outburst, Explosive Welcome, Magma Opus. We've got a decent amount of removal. And, well, Burying Books is pretty awesome, though. It deals with big token-y stuff, too. I'm still going to take this. I feel like a 4-mana... 3/3 flyer is pretty good, actually. And sometimes maybe we play Cayenne. Cayenne? I don't know. Oh, well, we can still splash the Wrangler. I'm okay with it. Why not? Let's just throw some more expensive stuff in here. I mean, at this point, we already have Quandrix Campus, so could totally happen. I don't know. Are we not going to get the Campus Guide back? We'll see. Do I need a third Soothsayer Adept? I don't think so. I'll just take 20 gems. Well, they're just throwing it at me anyway. Am I going to splash a field trip? Probably not. I could. Seems like a pretty weird splash, though, since I'm probably only running one forest anyway. All right, we'll take the Adept. 3 Adepts does seem excessive. But good with guidance. Maybe we'll wheel one of the guidance spells. All right, we got Pop Quiz. That's nice. It's a good card. Got a lot of card draw in here. This deck could have really shined, I think, with a Serpentine Curve. Probably have more card draw than we need. All right, whatever. Take a Befuddler. We're likely not playing. Ooh, another 20 gems. Nice. All right. Let's do the deck here. So we'll cut all this for now. See how many things we have to cut. So we have to make quite a few cuts. We only have 12 creatures, but really it's 13, 14, 15, 16. 16? Plus all of our learn card stuff. All right. I think we're off Strixhaven Stadium. I'd rather have the letter of acceptance for ramp fixing. Other cuts. Well, this is more likely going to be Imbraham. I don't know if I love the Lowerhold Pledge Mage in here. I don't love 3 Adepts either, and I don't love the Befuddler. So there's a lot of things I don't love. What am I doing with Curates? Well, 3 Curates is probably excessive, since I already have so much card draw stuff in here. It does help us find lands, though, which is nice. Probably 2 is the right number. Maybe we keep the Befuddler. Cut an Adept. A lot of 3 drops. I don't know if we want that many. Oh, never mind. I'll just move this over. And then just move this over. There you go. Less 3 drops now. That looks good. Let's see. What else is getting cut? So I have to make 5 cuts. I like Opt more than Curate because it's cheaper. So maybe just a Curate and an Opt. How many lessons did we get? I can't remember. We got 3. Okay, so we have how many learn? 1, 2, 3. All right, well, that's cool. That's perfect. Maybe we cut the core Pledge Mage. Actually, Battleseer is an easy one to cut just because it's kind of a whatever card. But, I mean, Laurel Pledge Mage is kind of a whatever card, too. At least Battleseer has a decent body and it scries. But our curve is getting a little high then, but... yeah, for some reason I'm feeling like cutting the Pledge Mage. Just doesn't seem like it's going to do that much for us. A little hard to cast. I guess Quandrix Pledge Mage is too, but... so are we splashing green? That's another question. I suppose we don't have to. But I've got the letter... I mean, I have the capabilities too. Because we have the Quandrix Campus too. And the Archway Commons. I mean, green is not hard to splash here, so we'd probably do it because Wrangler is going to be excellent. And Invocation typically is good too. Big time finisher. All right. So we need to make 3 more cuts. We have Ingenious Mastery, Opus draws cards, Outburst kind of draws. Command can draw. Curate, Opt, draw. Probably cutting a Curate, I guess, just so we have more 2-drop blockers. Maybe we cut the Battle Seer anyway. Then how many creatures are we down to? If I cut that, with our lessons, we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, sort of. So that's probably okay. All right, fine. We'll cut the Battle Seer. Then we just need one more cut. Is it the opt? I really want to keep opt, but I guess these double as treasure. You can get them back. All right, fine. I'll cut the opt. I'm having too hard a time figuring out what to cut. It's a weird deck. Really weird deck. We have Commons, Quandrix Campus. I thought we had a Prismari. Yeah, we have Prismari Campus too. Okay. So that's all of our fixing. And then we have... We don't have any way to search up lands, right? Because we didn't get elemental sciences or whatever. Environmental sciences. So we don't have ways to search up lands. Which means... with 2 letter of acceptance, we have 4 green sources for... This is really a blue spell. So really 2 green. Plus we have treasure and a pinch if we need them. Do we have double blue? We do have double blue, but this can also be fixed with green. We have double blue, double red. And we have white too. Huh. I wonder... Do I do 1 white, 1 red? Because currently I only have 3 ways to cast Lorehold Command. So maybe 4 would be better. And then maybe I do the 1... Maybe 1 forest too. So that way I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green for technically 2 green spells. 4 white for 1 white spell. And then I can supplement the rest of the deck with blue and red. Which means probably... if I do 6, that's 7, 8. 8 red and 9 blue. 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Yeah, it looks cool. It's a cool deck. I don't think it looks terrible. It looks like we could get run over by certain decks, but that's all right. I'm satisfied. Looks fun. All right. Well, we'll run it like this. We'll see you in round 1. All right, round 1. We'll play first. Yeah, we can keep this. I mean, letter of acceptance is going to help quite a bit. And if we can get to 3 at least, Ingenious Mastery. You know, honestly, I've certainly drawn 3 and let my opponent scry 2 and get 2 treasures before. It's not optimal, but you're still paying 3 mana to draw 3 cards, which is good. I'd rather pay 8 and draw 5, which realistically we could do if we get these letter of acceptances online, but we'll see if it happens. Well, if I have to do Masterpiece, I will. For now, I think I'm okay doing the Befuddler while we wait. Perfect. Well, we can do the Warden. It's pretty good, actually. Or we could do the Letter of Acceptance. I think I'm going to do Warden. Makes better use of mana. And I'm willing to trade my Befuddler for the Pledge Mage if they want. Odd Odd concession there. Guess they missed their land drop and we're done. So we're playing against not Silverquill. Playing against Demir. Pretty unusual for this format. Do we have sideboard cards? Resculpt. Breakthrough. That's about it. Let's run her back. Well, we're going to keep. We need lands, but at least we're fixed. And if I draw one land, I can at least do the mastery, which is nice. I could play a Soothsayer Adept. No, I think we just do commons now and set up for Pledge Mage. Soul Steeper is a good one. Oh, getting our land there is good. So we can divide by 0, can Ingenious Mastery, can double Soothsayer Adept. I think we'll just hold up divide by 0 for now. Likely using it on Pledge Mage. Could bounce the Dina, but I think we'll just chill. Especially if they try and use a fight spell or something. Alright, we'll do divide now and bounce the Pledge Mage. Alright. Opus. Alright. I'm going to do Mastery so we hit our land draw here. Oops, not that one. Oh, missed our land drop. I guess we'll get in for 4. And we'll probably discard an Adept. Even though it's like an actual card we can play here. Alright, so we got a land now. We're up to 5, which lets us go Trickster plus Adept. So we can cast Cayenne to help find lands. Oh, what are they digging up? Jeez. That's a weird one to dig up. Multiple choice is a good one. So I guess we'll return Trickster to our hand. So then we can keep the Karak locked down. Plus, if we draw land, we can play Cayenne too, which is nice. Perfect. So we'll do Trickster, Lockdown, Carrick. Oh, they have the 4/4 now. Well, maybe it makes more sense to do the invocation then. Yeah, I think I'm on board with that. We have a lot more action in hand. I think if they have removal for a 6/6, we're in trouble. I'm actually going to stay back. Just because our hand is so good that if we survive, I think we're okay. So this way, if they have like Rise of Exodus, they'll take out our 6/6 or take out our Pledge Mage, whatever. We still keep their dudes back. I mean, with the sheer quantity of action we have in hand, I think it just makes sense to chill. All right. We're going to take out the Pledge Mage or the Invocation. I'd probably take out the Pledge Mage if I were them. Just because it grows bigger. I think that was the right choice. All right, so we can Guidance and draw, which might help us play... Might help us find lands. Yeah, I think that's wiser. And then we can do the Trickster or Cayenne. Probably Cayenne, I guess. We'll see. Kian? Maybe I do Kian first. In case they remove my... Well, I just have to cast this, though, right? Yeah, all right. We do this first, then. So we want land. Yeah, I want to keep that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's good. Another land, actually, would be good. I think we'll actually dump that. I just want to hit lands. Look at our hand. All right, so I can do the Letter of Acceptance. That might actually be... Yeah, because then we're straight up at 8 at that point. All right. We can survive one hit even if they have removal for the 6/6. Like, even if they Rise of Exodus here, we're okay. Burying Book's still fine. So we'll take 7. We'll block Dina. We still have Magma Opus. Sure. It's going to make it a little bit more tricky, but I think we're okay. I don't even want to tap their dudes, do I? I don't think so. All right, so we go land. And we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. So, yeah, we just pass. Another option is to Explosive Welcome, kill the Hunter and the Carrick. And then we get 3 mana, and then we can Trickster. Actually, that might be the best. Five here, 3 here. They can sack 1, but it's still going to resolve, so... Oh, geez. Nice value. All right, we'll do the Trickster here. I guess we'll keep this thing locked down, and then we'll pass. Let's see. If I double block Dina... Yeah, I think double blocking Dina is probably fine. Because then they can... I don't think they want to sack anything anyway. We go to 1. Oh, wow. All right. No kidding. Sure. All right, so we just pass, and then we're going to do Magma Opus and be in pretty good shape, I think. Unless they have Crushing Disappointment. I feel like I've lost to Crushing Disappointment a lot, actually. Which is odd, considering it's a card I never really play. Alright, so we do Opus. We'll deal 4 damage to this. Guess we can tap the swamps. Four damage there, tap those. All right, cool. We'll see for round 2. All right, we'll play first. That's a keep. Looking good. Haven't played Befuddler in a long time. Yeah, we can afford to do Befuddler here. Why not? All right. Do the commons here. Subtraction looks good. So we'll play Splash Color. Actually, I don't know if it matters. And then we'll pass. Then we can block the Pledge Mage and do Arcane Subtraction. So that's pretty cool. And dig up our Elemental Summoning. All right, so I'll block here. And subtraction. And we'll get the summoning. Kill that. So we can do the Wrangler first. But we probably do the summoning first, I think. And I guess we get in for 2. I'm not going to chump with the Befuddler anyway, even if they kill the 4/4. So I think this makes more sense. So they're playing Hyper Aggro, which is the best possible archetype against what we're doing. And unfortunately, I don't think we have much we can do about it. I don't think we actually have cheap stuff we can play either, so not looking like a good matchup for us. We're still 2 turns from Magma Opus. I think we just have to attack here. If they have more removal, we're toast anyway, so I don't think it matters. Alright, we'll go to the next one. So we got to look for cheap stuff we can bring in. Honestly, I don't think we have a single thing. We've got Adept, Pledge Mage, and then we have to cut expensive stuff. So probably maybe Wrangler and Invocation can go. And then we can cut the Green Splash, and I guess the Campus too. And then we can add another Mountain and Island. I think that might be as cheap as we can make our deck here, honestly. I don't think there's any other way to do it. I think we're just in tough position here. Actually, Resculpt looks good. They Study Break, then we Resculpt our thing they tap. That actually is pretty good. We'll do that. Let's do that. Lower our curve more. So we can get off of like... maybe get off of card draw for it. I wonder if ramp's not the direction I should go. Or maybe I should get off the guidance. I do think Resculpt can do work here, though, if they're banking on Study Break to get us, because then we can get them real good. But we have to deal with the Flyers, too, unfortunately. And they've got all those things. Tough spot. Real tough spot. I really can't cut creatures. I guess we'll cut the Guidance and a Mastery. So we're basically cutting card draw, which is good for ways to survive early. And hope that our late game, we draw it in a timely manner, I guess. I don't know. Play first. Yeah, it's a keep. Looks pretty good, actually. So we can ramp into this Lore Hold command. Urza's Rage, so I think we'll just do the Letter of Acceptance here. Alright, so now we can Lore Hold command, so we'll do that. Try and get a 2-for-1 here. So we'll deal 3 to that, and we'll gain 3. All right, got our 2-for-1. That's good. So we can Urza's Rage that, get it back later. For now, I guess we could Trickster as well. Also have Divide by 0. All these options are good. Best use of mana would be our 4-drop. We could pop Quiz and potentially draw a land, but if we don't, then we're taking 2. I don't know if that's a big deal, actually. We might just... I think we want to hit our lands here. This is a good opportunity. That was a good draw. So let's get the Summoning. Now we can go land and get Trickster down. Mila. So I think we'll just kill Mila now, if we can. They do get to draw. Unfortunately for us, they're going to make it bigger. So that's a tough spot now. Well, wasn't anticipating it. Guess we'll do another letter of acceptance and then pass. I guess there's no reason to pass if I'm not blocking. So I'm up to 7 mana. So we go Warden and leave up Divide by 0 to bounce Mila. I wish I had my Resculpt. So, yeah, I guess we let him tap first. Could get him so good here with Resculpt too. Just absolutely destroy them. So we'll, yeah, it's a tough spot, isn't it? I guess we'll bounce the Inkcaster. It's unfortunate because they're going to get to not only draw a card, but, oh man, they're just wrecking us too. We have like built-in 2-for-1s and they're just wrecking us. Alright, so now we'll just use this to get rid of this. They've already drawn 3 cards off of it. Are they going to Village Rites too? That would have been funny. And then we'll Adept. And I guess we'll get in for 2. Can get back Lower Hold Command with Warden. So, unfortunately, I don't think it does that much here. Looks like they're going to Rise of Extus, our Warden, and get rid of Lower Hold Command. Jeez, just got wrecked, huh? Guess we'll do this. See if we can find something. Resculpt? So late. Well, guess we'll get rid of this Adept. And, I think we're actually going to wait on the Resculpt until their turn. It does give them the opportunity to use the Spectre, but then at least they're not playing anything else, which I feel like might be better for us. I don't know. If I Resculpt on my turn, they get to attack with a 4/4, so that doesn't make sense. We kind of have to do it like this, I feel like. No attacks. Well, that's not what I expected. All right, we'll Resculpt. They can pay this 6 and do the thing. That's fine. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 6, 8. If I crack this, I mean, I need to find an answer, so I think I kind of have to crack it. But 8 mana is an important amount of mana because we have 2 draws that get us out of this. I think we have to bank on our 2 draws getting us out of this, honestly. All right, now I can at least maybe crack the letter first. All right, and then we can go land plus summoning and pass. Study break for the win. Looks like it. All right. We'll see you for the next one. All right, round 3. We'll play first. A little bit dangerous. I'm going to risk it. I guess I can always pop a Magma Opus for extra land if I need it. Oh, man. Now I think we are going to pop the Magma Opus. Yeesh. Well, we need to hit land. Do I risk playing the mage? Or do I draw the land? I think we need to draw the land more, honestly. So we're going to rummage here. And we're going to rummage away the... I think the runner. So now we'll go for the Pledge Mage. See if we can have it not die here. It doesn't seem super likely. Lash of Malice is probably going to come here, but that's all right. Well, if they had it, they would have played it there. Oh. Well, let's do the old guidance then. Befuddler. Befuddler doesn't do that much here. We want land more than that, I think. That's a land. Our second one, ooh, Outburst. Well, yeah, we can cast Lower Hold Command off that, so we'll take it. At some point, we can cast Lower Hold Command off of it. A little bit of a build-up first, but that's all right. All right, so we'll go land. And we'll hold up divide by 0 and other stuff and things. All right, so unfortunately for us, we're going to have to kill this, which means we're in some pretty serious trouble here. I think we have to crack the Outburst too, which isn't what I want to do, but it's what we're going to end up doing, sadly. Kind of just losing all of our good spells right now, but no choice. So 7 mana, we just leave up the Lower Hold Command. Sure. So I think we actually deal 3 to Dina. So 3 to Dina, we'll gain 3, pay that. Oh, that's too bad for us. So now I think we have to block Dina. Well, they can sack a 5-power thing, so yeah, we have to probably block Dina. So once again, kind of just getting aggroed down, but I mean, that's exactly what we knew how this deck was going to run, so it's not like it's out of nowhere here. I guess we divide by 0, bounce the Groff. That doesn't do enough to keep us alive. We don't have the mana to do divide by 0 plus elemental summoning, so I'd prefer to not show them that. I can do Imbraham, but then I can't do... And I can do Imbraham plus divide by 0. And that does keep me alive. So then we divide by 0 the Groff and find elemental summoning. All right, they got us. GG's. So we'll go to the next one. I think we might do the same thing we did last time for the spot removal, just lower the curve of the deck here. Was hoping to play against some other value decks because I think that's where this deck would really shine. Unfortunately, we didn't. We played against aggro, so not going to work as well. But we'll bring in the Resculpts again. I don't really like Soothsayer Adept, although it is blocking that. It can block Dina. It can... Honestly, it's not that good, but I wonder if I would prefer it just to buy some time. Especially since I just took out 2 creatures. Probably. And then we cut like a card draw. Probably the Guidance. Which one do I like more? They're both good. I think I'll go with the taking out Guidance, though. All right. So Resculpts for anti-removal shenanigans. Play first. Yeah, it's a keep. All right, we'll start it off with a blue mana, I guess. Build towards that Imbraham, or would I rather have Cayenne? I don't know. Well, opponent no-showed in Game 2 here. I guess we should count our lucky stars since they absolutely destroyed us in Game 1. But sorry for the lackluster finish there. Get a second victory, undeserved. We'll take it. And we'll open some pack 1 pick 1s. It's too bad, too, because our deck was sweet. We just had really bad matchups for 2 out of 3 of the matches there. All right, pack 1 pick 1. I would go... Shock. I would go Shock and be happy about it. All right, pack 1 pick 1. Rise of Exodus versus Combat Professor. Well, I love Rise of Exodus. It's excellent removal. It's worth the cost with the learn attached to it, so I would take that. Also usable in more archetypes because of the hybrid mana. Here I would take probably Expel versus Anatomy, and there's Field Trip. Probably the Anatomy, I guess. That's a weird first pick, but I feel like Expel's probably fine. Yeah, you know what? I'd probably take the Expel just because there's some good grinder matchups, and I feel like I play a lot of the 8-drop dot decks anyway, so Expel's probably pretty good there. All right, pack 1 pick 1 here. Tendrils over Emergent Sequence, just because it's excellent removal. All right, thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We will see you for the next one.